Hi dear students, welcome to politics class. Today we can continue our fourth chapter. Okay.
Today our first topic is lives of domestic workers. From the story, in Hermit's family, his mother was not the only one who did the housework. His mother, Jaspreet, and domestic worker Mangla do many works in their home. Okay, a lot of works was done by Mangala and Hermit's mother in their home. Many homes, particularly in towns and cities, employ domestic workers. In towns and cities, we can see employed domestic workers. They do a lot of work, sweeping and cleaning, washing clothes and dishes, cooking, looking after young children or the elderly. Okay, what are the works done by the domestic workers in cities and towns? Sweeping and cleaning, washing clothes and dishes, cooking, looking after young children or elderly or adult or sick persons. Okay, most domestic workers are women. Okay, we can see most of the domestic workers are women. Sometimes even young boys or girls are employed to do this work. Okay, in young boys and girls also do this work. Wages are low as domestic work does not have much value. Okay, these domestic workers get low wage. These domestic workers wages are very low and does not have much value this work. A domestic worker's day can begin as early as 5 in the morning and end as late as 12 at night. They start their work at 5 o'clock, then end at about 12 o'clock. Okay, 12 at night. Despite the hard work they do, their employers often do not show them much respect. Okay, sometimes the employer do not give much respect to these domestic workers. They want to do many hard work. Okay, in towns and cities we can see most of the women are employed. Then their family are very rich, so they need domestic workers. These domestic workers do many works in their home. Okay, then sometimes these domestic workers do not get much respect and they get only very low wage. Okay, and here we can see an experience of Melanie. She was worked in Delhi. Okay, my first job was with a rich family that lived in a 3-storied house. The main sahib was very strange as she could shout to get any work done. Many work was in the kitchen. There were 2 other girls who did in the cleaning. Okay, Melanie was worked in Delhi. That was a rich family. The head of the family, that is main here, he was a strange man. He did not give much respect to their domestic workers. He always shout their workers. Okay, this Melanie do work in the kitchen. Then other 2 girls also help her. Okay, our day would begin at 5 o'clock. For breakfast, we would get a cup of tea and 2 dry rotis. We could never get a third roti. In the evening, when I cooked the food, the 2 other girls would beg me to give them an extra roti. I would secretly give it to them and make an extra one for myself. This Melanie and other two girls started work at 5 o'clock. In the morning they got only a cup of tea and two dry rotis. They not get no more rotis. Okay, when Manali was cooked food, the two other girls begged her to give an extra roti. Then she secretly give rotis for girls, and also she take herself one roti. We were so hungry after cooking through a day. Why do they take food secretly? They feel very hungry. They got only very less food. Okay. We could not wear chappals in the house. In the winter, our feet would swell up with the cold. I used to feel scared of the Mem Sahib, but also felt angry and humiliated. What is? This Mem Sahib is the head of the family. Do not allow them to wear chappals in the house. In the winter season, Delhi feels too cold. That time their feet would swell up with the cold. They fear their Mamsif. Okay. Did we not work all the day? Did we not deserve to be treated with some respect? They do a lot of work in the house. They are also human beings. So they have respect by others. Okay. So we should give respect to domestic workers and also give suitable wage for these domestic workers. Okay. In the housework include many different tasks. A number of these tasks require heavy physical work. In both rural and urban areas, women and girls have to fetch water. Okay, women and girls fetch water from far places. In rural areas, women and girls carry heavy headloads of firewood. They collect firewood from faraway places. We need firewood for cooking food. Okay. So they collect firewood from far places. Okay. This is also heavy physical work. And other works are washing clothes, cleaning, sweeping, and pick up loads, or bending, lifting, and carrying. Okay, they do other works also. What are they? Washing clothes, cleaning, sweeping, pick up loads. Okay, so these works also need physical strength. Many chores like cooking involve standing for a long hours in front of hot stoves. The work women do is strenuous and physically demanding, words that we normally associate with men. Okay, most of the household works are very heavy. They need much physical strength. Okay, these works are also heavy physical work. Okay. Another aspect of housework and caregiving that we do not recognize is that it is very time consuming. In fact, if we add up the housework and the work women do outside the home, we find that women spend much more time working than men and have much less time for leisure. If the woman is employed, she do heavy work. Okay, what is inside the house? She have many works, and the outside of the home also she do much work. Okay, so she get very less leisure time. Okay, or relaxing time. Okay, and they spend a lot of time for work. Okay, what is house work plus outside work? They need more working hours. Okay, here given a data that is done by the Central Statistical Organization of India 1998 to 1999. Okay, look here. States are Haryana and Tamil Nadu. Women paid working hours per week. In a week, employed women spend 23 hours for their work. Then unemployed women spend 30 hours in a week. And the Tamil Nadu employed women spend 19 hours for their work, and the unemployed women spend 35 hours for their work. Okay, what is the total time of work employed and unemployed women? 23 plus 30. What is the number? 53. Total 53 hours. Okay. Then look, Tamil Nadu. What is the total working hours for women in a week? 19 plus 35. Okay, what is the number? 54 hours. Okay. Then we can take men. In Haryana, employed men spend 38 hours in a week. Then unemployed men spend 2 hours. Then Tamil Nadu, employed men spend 40 hours for their work, but the unemployed men spend only 4 hours. What is the total number of time? 40. Then 40 plus 4, 44. You compare these two numbers. Okay, women spend more time for their work. Okay, employed and unemployed women spend a lot of time for their work. Okay, next topic is women's work and equality. Okay, large system of inequality between men and women. Therefore, to establish equality, what can we do in that? It has to be dealt with through actions, not just at the level of the individual or the family, but also by the government. Equality is an important principle of our constitution. The constitution says that being male or female should not become a reason for discrimination. No one should be discriminated on the basis of sex. Okay, in reality, what is inequality between the sexes exists. Okay, sex based inequality existed in our society. Okay, here we can see a term, double burden. What is double burden? Some women are employed. They have works inside the home and the outside of the home. This work is called a double burden. Okay, double burden of women's work. Okay, what is from this box we can understand this. The Tamil Nadu and Haryana who were surveyed work by inside and outside at the home, This is often referred to as a double burden of women's work. Okay, women have inside of the home and outside of the home have work. This is double burden of women's work. Okay. Taking this into the consideration, government is taking positive steps to remedy the situation. What are they? First, we can see government has set up Anganwadis or child care centers in several villages in the country. In our region also we can see Anganwadis. This is the first step of the government to make equality in the society. Okay. What is the benefit of to set up this Anganwadis or child care centers? Most of the women spend their time for caregiving their children. Okay, that time they do not work outside of the home. When to set up these Anganwadis or child care centers, they send their children to these Anganwadis or child care centers. That time they can go outside of the home and do their work. Okay. Then second step is the government has passed laws that make it mandatory for organizations that have more than 30 women employees to provide creche facilities. Creche means child care center. When women works in the outside in a factory or in industry where they worked more than 30 women workers place, they should provide creche facilities for them. That is the order of the government. Okay. The provision of creche facility helps many women to take up employment outside the home. This creche facility help the woman to work outside of the home. Okay. Then third provision is third step of the government is promotion of girls' education. Okay. When they get more education, they can go outside of the home and do many works. They can do good status works. Okay. These are the 3 steps taken by the government to make equality in the society. Okay. Almost we can make equality between men and women in the society. Okay. So we should give respect and take respect. So you should give equal importance for all work. You should understand housework is a value work. Okay. Now we can wind up our class. Thank you. Have a nice day.